Hello, this is the price action for yesterday, the EURUSD 3-minute chart. We had a break and retest of a bear channel. Let's go up to the 15-minute chart to see how this formed. So the day prior, we've had this strong sell-off again, and we've broken out of this range. And we started the channel down coming into yesterday, and we've been channeling. And just before the London Open, we sort of break out of this channel. So we are expecting a retest of the low of this channel. Most channels, whenever you get a break, you get a retest of the low. That's just how the market flows most of the time. So we come down there, we get a retest of low. Of course, it can create a higher low, but in this case, it retests the low. And it also overshoots here, and it continues down through the US session, and we are in this bigger purple channel. These purple lines, so that is it can come down and touch that other side. Yeah, so and another thing, this channel's had a break, so it's going to retest that one. But the main thing to note here is that the overshoot came after a break, so that does mean that this channel now, once it retests this low, has played out. And yeah, potentially it's not as strong of an overshoot. So sometimes because this channel has played out the break, the retest of the low, and then you get the overshoot, a lot of times, or not a lot of times, not always, a lot of times it will still reject off here and continue back up, but that does negate it a little bit. And then anyway, we end up heading down pretty strongly in the US session as well. So let's go look at the trades for the night. It started off a little bit wonky there. So we sort of broke out of this channel, and we're sort of counting the presses 1, 2, and this is our third press. So once this fails, I am looking to go short there just for a scalp down to the EMA. So there's your reversal signal bar. It's on the edge of a channel line. And that heads back to the EMA, and then we get a failed second entry short. So it tries to go down once, it tries to go down twice. It's at the trend line, and you're just looking to go long there because it's rejecting off the trend line. It's a failed second entry down, so you're going along there up to the highs, and we end up double topping here. It's a high double top. I love these double tops, and we break out of that channel line, and it just completely fails. So going short there is a good idea. And at this stage, if you're a swing trader, you're probably thinking, wow, we're going to retest the low of this blue channel. There is potential to go down to the other side of the channel down here. So you could get a huge move, which you end up getting. And that would have been a really nice swing trade if you held. So we start, if you miss this move, it's hard to get in now because we're running on the edge of this micro channel. And you don't want to jump in on micro channel because once it overshoots there, a lot of times it will just reject back. So you are waiting for it to give you some room. So here you get some room. You do get a big bullish bar there, but you do get a micro double top. You can go short there. It almost is like a second entry short again. It is rejecting off of the trend line there and the EMA, and you've got room, and it negates this bull bar. So going short there's not a bad idea, just for a scalp. And then we pull back, we create another double top. There's another micro double top as well. And it's a double top with this micro double top. So going short there again. And then we pull back again and we create a lower high. So once you start creating lower highs, so high, lower high, lower high, you're expecting this channel to hold and you're expecting to continue down. So you just go short there. You've got a lot of room. So maybe you hold on to this one for a little bit. And then we just end up hitting along that channel line. And then we break out of the channel, and you can't go short there on the first, even though, so this is a sell signal here because it's the first close above the EMA in a lot of bars. So and you get this good rejection bar, this good signal bar, but you can't go short there just because of how bullish the breakout is. I mean, potentially we could get a second leg up there. But once this fails again, so the second attempt down fails, you can go short there. Safer stop is above up here, but there is another entry here that triggered that I entered on, and I was expecting this to double bottom here. I wasn't sure if we were going to break out here, but that is another option. But what happens is, so you see this fail here, and you're thinking, oh, this is probably going to fail. Then you get this terrible entry bar. So you don't want to put your limit order on right there. So you're waiting. You're not like throwing your limit order on. Then you get this bar formed. Once this is fully formed, you're thinking, wow, this has failed by now. We're just below, like I don't know whether you can see it, we're just below that tail. So you are thinking it's a victory for this little pocket here. So that's when you can drop on your limit order. So you're dropping in your limit order, maybe at the low of there, and then you get filled by these bull bars, and you may get a bit worried there. And I actually ended up exiting and then re-entering down here again, and getting that double bottom, just because I didn't want it to be a failed second entry short, first entry short, second entry short. And then if this bar breaks above that strongly, potentially it could be seen as a failed second entry and it could come back up. So you got to be ready to enter and exit. And then anyway, that heads on down really strongly. We are expecting it to test the lows of this channel, so at least get to test this low now. And it does just that, and it overshoots this micro channel line, of course, here, and then it creates this rangy little pocket. And then the battle is won here outside of the overshoot line, which we don't like trading into, but the victory is clear. And you can just wait for this bar to start to form and maybe do a market order and just take a scalp there, because you don't know, like when things overshoot, like just even this micro channel line, so this overshoots really strongly, but it just pulls straight back up because that creates a range. So you've got to be very careful, just going with anything that breaks any channel line or trend line. It's better to wait for that retest because it is creating a range after that. Anyway, we end up shooting down really strongly, and then we get this two-legged pullback back to the EMA. I'm always going short there. That's one of my favorite trades, that second entry short from Mack, from Pat's Forex Action. He loves the second entry short, that two-legged pullback. So you just take it for a scalp, and that was sort of the end of the night.